What if I could only have one credit card? Yes, it's a nightmarish thought, but I watched another creator's video and it got me thinking. How would I even begin doing something like that? The card would have to be big and bold and expensive. In the spirit of this channel, I try to limit my discussion around cards that I own. So this single card would have to be in my current arsenal and premium. My premium card definition is any card with an annual fee above $300. You shouldn't be surprised if I'm limited to one card. It ain't gonna be free because your boy needs a little bit of lux. I have 8 such cards which fit the bill. And here they are. The process of selecting and rolling with one card would need to be rigorous. It needs to be an all-out battle and maybe a little bit of bloodshed. And the best way I know to crown a champion is by using a bracket style matchup. Let's be clear, there's no betting going on. There isn't a Vegas line on this thing. So again, no betting, but we're gonna need to do this right. I'm talking about setting up quarterfinal battles, semifinal battles, culminating in a championship battle to crown the R² premium card winner for 2024. And yes, there will be prizes in the form of business class amenity kits for subscribers and channel members. And if you're still not a channel member, now is the time to join. For those new to the channel, I'm Richard Debs from R² Travel Rewards, and I'm an avid traveler. I'm doing something a little bit different today and over the course of the next 2 videos. This video is number 1 of a 3-part video tournament and the crowning of the R² Premium Card winner of 2024. This video covers the first 2 quarterfinal matchups. Video 2 will cover the other 2 quarterfinal matchups, and video 3 will cover both the semifinals and the finals. You don't want to miss this, so go ahead and subscribe to ensure that you're part of the crowning of the R² Premium Card winner for 2024. Here are the first 2 battles in the quarterfinals. Battle 1 is between hotel premium cards. It features the Hilton Honors Aspire card and the Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant card. Battle 2 are airline premium cards, and we have the Delta Platinum Business card going up against the Delta Reserve. There's often talk about which are better, hotel or airline cards, or do we need any of them? So I thought it would be fitting to pit them up against each other. Let the games begin.
And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Here we go, Battle 1. Let's first break down each of these 2 cards. So first up is the American Express Hilton Aspire with a $550 annual fee, and you immediately earn diamond status. It has the following multipliers: 14 points per dollar at Hilton properties, 7 points per dollar on flights booked directly with the airline or through Amex Travel. You earn 7 points per dollar on car rentals and 7 points per dollar on dining stateside only. And then you earn 3 points per dollar on all other purchases. I'm able to claw back $700 in credits, and this is how they're broken down. There's a $400 Hilton Resort credit earned at $200 semi-annually. There's also a $200 flight credit, which is earned at $50 a quarter. There's a $199 clear credit, but I only value this at $100. And there's a $100 property credit at Waldorf Astoria and Conrad's, but I'm not likely to use this credit, so I value it at $0. Given that, the card puts back in my pocket $150. There's also an annual free night award certificate, which is uncapped. There's trip and baggage insurance, purchase and return protection, and extended warranty. Let's hop over to the Amex Bonvoy Brilliant, which has a $650 annual fee. You earn instant platinum status, along with 25 elite night credits towards status. The multipliers on the Brilliant are 21 points per dollar on Marriott stays, and these are grouped in 3 categories. You earn 6 points per dollar by staying at Marriott properties, plus 10 points per dollar for being a Marriott member, plus 5 points per dollar for your Marriott Platinum status. You earn 3 points per dollar on dining worldwide and 3 points per dollar on flights booked directly with the airlines. And then you earn 2 points per dollar on all of the purchases. The credits that I'm able to claw back add up to $325. There's a $300 dining credit, which is earned at $25 a month. There's a $100 global entry and TSA pre-check credit, which is valued at $25 a year, and a $100 property credit at the Ritz or the St. Regis with a 2-night minimum. I value this one at $0 because I'm not likely to use it. With all this in mind, the card cost me $325. That's a hefty price tag. The card also comes with Priority Pass, which I value at $200. We're gonna get into this one a little bit later. There's an annual free night award certificate with an 85,000 point cap. There's travel and baggage insurance, purchase and return protection, and extended warranty. So the Amex Aspire confers the highest status, which is Diamond, while there are still more levels to climb with the Bonvoy Brilliant, which only conveys Platinum status. I don't know about you, but I have to buy status because my style of travel doesn't allow for any level of loyalty to just one brand. So it's important for me that I'm able to get instant status. With the Aspire, I'm able to earn $700 in credits against an annual fee of $550, and thus coming out ahead at $150. The Aspire also allows me to book reservations at Resi restaurants. That is nothing to sleep on. For example, I'll be in Vegas again shortly, and I'll be staying at the Wynn. I may or may not be going to a Syracuse football game. Depending on what's going on in town, it ain't always easy to get a table seating at Cipriani. I've also seen Momofuku at the Cosmopolitan fill up fast. You've all heard and seen me share a few times on this channel that Rosa Mexicano, specifically the one in New York City, is one of my favorite restaurants as the vibe is just right. But more importantly, it's always a fun time at Rosa's. I normally wouldn't bother at the Rosa's in Vegas because the dining choices in Vegas are elite and off the charts great. But for some reason, the Rosa's in Vegas is both a Resi restaurant and a built dining restaurant. I am compelled to check it out to see if I can double dip. And I'll be sure to let you know if both my built points and my Resi credits are triggered. The Bonvoy Brilliant dining category is worldwide, which should be the standard with any premium card. So I have to call it out as a positive when compared to the Aspire. I still can't get over the fact that the Aspire's 7 points per dollar dining multiplier is limited to just US establishments. I suspect that some card holders may not be aware of this. And honestly, I have no idea why Amex has taken this posture with such an elite travel card. I consider it to be a mistake, especially since the Aspire is such an upgrade machine while traveling worldwide. Imagine this scenario. You're dining at a restaurant located at a Hilton Honors property when abroad, but you assume that the restaurant is part of the Hilton, but it turns out to be an independent restaurant. That would drop your dining multiplier to just 1 point per dollar. And we all know that hotel dining is not cheap. And unless you're the unluckiest person in the world, you're pretty much guaranteed an upgrade with the Aspire while traveling abroad. Well, I should qualify that statement. Let's exclude major European cities from guaranteed upgrades. The Bonvoy Brilliant offers global entry and TSA PreCheck. I find this to be much more valuable than Clear. If I have to choose between Global Entry TSA PreCheck and Clear, Global Entry and TSA PreCheck wins every time because it has both components. Fast tracking through security and global entry when you're returning to the United States. The Bonvoy Brilliant also comes with Priority Pass, which is essential for any traveler who wants a bit of lounge comfort at airports. The Aspire dumped Priority Pass back in February 2024. I don't have to tell you folks, because you all know that once you begin enjoying lounge benefits, there's just no going back. Without access to Priority Pass lounges, I estimate that I'd be spending around $200 on airport spend over the course of a year, or picking up a snack before heading to the airport, and that's being conservative. So the winner of Battle 1, drumroll please, is the Amex Bonvoy Brilliant card. Global entry, TSA PreCheck, Priority Pass, and worldwide dining just cannot be ignored given that this is a one-card competition. On to Battle 2, let's break down these two cards. First up is the Amex Delta Platinum Business Card with a $350 annual fee. Multipliers on this card are 3 points per dollar on Delta purchases, 1.5 points per dollar on transit and shipping, and on purchases of $5,000 or more. Then you earn 1 point per dollar on all other purchases. I'm able to claw back $345 in credits, and this is how. There's a $200 Delta Stay credit, $120 Resi credit earned at $10 a month. Now, given that I spend a few months out of the year, I'm likely to only use this credit 8 times during a year. So I value this at $80 a year. There's a $120 rideshare credit, but I'm not a big rideshare user, so I estimate that I'm only going to use this 4 times a year. So I value this at $40 per year. Then there's a $100 global entry and TSA PreCheck credit valued at $25 a year. So this card cost me $5. There's a 15% savings when booking award travel on Delta.com. There's trip delay and baggage insurance. And this card doesn't give you any status, but you get 2,500 medallion qualifying dollars or MQDs towards status. And for every $20 purchase, you earn 1 MQD. There's an annual companion certificate to Central America, the Caribbean, or domestic in main cabin. This card gives you purchase protection and extended warranty. You're also added to the complimentary upgrade list, and your first checked bag is free. Let's hop onto the Amex Delta Reserve, which has a $650 annual fee, and the authorized user fee is $175. The multipliers on this card are 3 points per dollar on Delta purchases, and then you earn 1 point per dollar on all other purchases. I'm able to claw back $425 in credits, and here's how I do that. There's a $200 Delta Stay credit, a $240 Resi credit. Again, I only value this at $160 a year because I'm likely to only use it 8 times. There's a $120 rideshare credit. Again, I value this at $40 a year because I'm only likely to use it 4 times. Then there's a $100 Global Entry and TSA PreCheck credit valued at $25 a year. So this card cost me $225. There's a 15% savings when booking award travel on Delta.com, and you get trip and baggage insurance. This card doesn't give you any status, but you get 2,500 MQDs, and for every $10 in purchases, you earn 1 MQD. You also get an annual companion certificate to Central America, the Caribbean, or domestic in main cabin, Comfort Plus, or first class. The card offers purchase and return protection and extended warranty. Your first checked bag is free, and you get lounge access, which I value at $200. There's Centurion Lounge access when flying Delta, and you're allowed 15 Delta Sky Club visits effective February 1st, 2025, and 4 one-time guest passes per year. You can visit the Escape Lounges, and there's about 15 of them in the US. There's complimentary upgrade with upgrade priority over those in the same class and medallion level. Alright, this one was a bit of a head scratcher until I started peeling back the onion. The Delta Reserve does a decent job in offering lounge access to Centurion and Delta Sky Club lounges. However, there's no access to Priority Pass lounges. That's a bit of a limitation. Given that it's a Delta Premium card, I get that Amex might be expecting that you'll be flying business class, and therefore you'll have access to the business class lounges. However, I would have loved to see this card offer Priority Pass lounge access, but that would mean that this card would be coming for the Amex Platinum card. There are escape lounges in Bradley, Connecticut, Providence, Rhode Island, and Syracuse, New York, but I haven't flown out of those locations in a while, given that I've significantly curtailed my domestic travel in favor of travel abroad. Can we all acknowledge that the Delta Reserve offers a $240 Resi credit, but there isn't an elevated dining multiplier on this card? 1 point per dollar on dining is shameful, and it's clear to me that this one wasn't thought out by Amex. Honestly, it's pretty bad. That's why you've seen in this video that I would never spend beyond my Resi credit on dining with the Reserve. So my cost after credits are applied is $225, but without lounge access, my out-of-pocket expense at airport or snacks before arriving at the airports would be around $200 a year. So I can safely make the argument that this card cost me $25 before I take advantage of the free companion certificate. For me, the elite perk of this card is the free companion ticket each year, which is extended to Comfort Plus and First Class. Let's keep in mind that Delta First Class just means a very nice seat and great service, but it's no Delta One. But I'm not mad at it given that the locations for the free companion certificate are all within a 4-hour flight anyway. The Delta Business Platinum has an easy carrying cost of $5 after the credits have been applied. However, there are some glaring issues with lack of lounge access, which is a big issue given that this challenge is to have one credit card. It continues to fall short on travel insurance where trip cancellation and disruption are not covered. Its companion certificate applies to main cabin only, not to Comfort Plus, and not to First Class. I don't know about you, but when I'm taking the red eye back from Vegas to the East Coast, First Class is in order. I just had a funny thought. Have you ever flown First Class when your player 2 was back in main cabin. And lastly, if you wanted to spend your way towards Delta status, it takes twice as much spend with the Platinum when compared to the Reserve. $20 in spend on the Platinum equates to 1 MQD, while $10 in spend on the Reserve yields 1 MQD. And the winner for Battle 2 is the Delta Reserve. When I first started with Delta, I took the advice of other YouTubers that said that the Delta Platinum was the sweet spot. Perhaps it is for some. However, I have to fly at least Comfort Plus, and the Reserve's free companion certificate extends to Comfort Plus and first class. Once you layer on lounge access and spending towards status, the decision becomes very clear. So we have our first two winners advancing to the final four, the Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant and the Delta Reserve. I have a feeling that some of you might be surprised that the Hilton Honors Aspire didn't make it out of the quarterfinals. Also, there's often chatter about the Delta Platinum being the sweet spot, so that outcome might have surprised you as well. This was much harder than I thought. I went back and forth a couple times. Keep in mind that if I can have multiple cards, these decisions would be different. The next two battles on the right side of our brackets will likely prove to be even more interesting. I'm actually excited to see how this is going to turn out. So I have 3 questions for you. Would you have picked different winners? And if so, why? And question 2, given the lineup, which 2 cards would make it to the finals and who would win? And lastly, given what you know about me, take a guess as to who you believe I will crown as the winner. Thank you for watching until the end. Since you've gotten this far, it only makes sense to like, share, and subscribe to this channel to help give it some visibility. As always, take care and be good to each other.